a great deal more about that in a few days for sure. But Janet Nguyen, one of the supervisors, like so many politicians, she's terming out of her office, which means she'll run for another public office. What's the latest from her?
Janet announced earlier this month that she is going to run for the 34th State Senate District. That's held by Senator Lou Correa right now, a Democrat. Nguyen, a Republican, a Vietnamese Republican, is certainly that party's best chance to run a competitive race in Central Orange County. The big question that kind of haunts her political future are these grand jury reports that have come out on her fundraising in the healthcare agencies. The big question for her is 2 more reports are coming out. Supervisors are in the midst of trying to figure out how they respond to those reports. It's a split supervisors on it. 2 of them don't agree with how she's run the agency. The others do. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out moving forward.
Normally they're quick to jump in on something like this. What's holding them up?
Well, the problem is they don't know how to address it. By law, they have 90 days to make a response to the grand jury report. Earlier this year, or last year, Supervisor Sean Nelson and John Morlock both protested the changes that were made to Cal Optima, the county's managed care program for the elderly and poor. The problem now begins is how do you draft that report? And usually it's even done by a CEO, which that office is left vacant now, and they'll slug this out over the next couple of months.
Well, talk about the importance of this, because you're talking about her running for another office, and some of the competition she has, is going to be all over this. How do you see it shaking out?
Well, that's going to be the difficult part. In some cases, this is a policy debate that they're going to have. However, it's going to have political implications for her. We know that former State Assemblyman Jose Solorio, a Democrat from Santa Ana, is poised to also run for that seat. So that's going to be in the background. Ironically, all of the supervisors are Republicans, so they are, in a sense, going to have a debate amongst themselves on a policy issue that could really hurt her chances to run for office. So we'll see again.
Well, and not all of the supervisors voted for her. Is that correct?
Absolutely not. 2 of the supervisors, Sean Nelson and John Morlock, were very opposed to the changes that she has implemented at Cal Optima. One supervisor, Bill Campbell, who's no longer in office, was a steadfast supporter of hers. Pat Bates is also a very strong ally of Janet Nguyen, and we'll have to see how that shakes up. A lot of it will come down to the new supervisor, Todd Spitzer, and see how he decides how that agency is to be run and what type of critiques they accept from the grand jury. And also remember this, the grand jury got so ticked at Supervisor Nguyen for taking issue with them that they have now told supervisors they have 2 more reports coming at them.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's